I'm one of them type niggas. So I'm more subject to run into more bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people fail to realize too. They fail to realize that part. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I go out my element, my nigga. I ain't afraid to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't have no limit.
All right. You had briefly spoke on it, and I know you said the only reason why you brought it up because it happened around the same time, tied into P and all that stuff and backing away from the industry. Are you at liberty? Is that whole situation with the lawsuit and all that stuff, is that officially done?
Oh, yeah,
I know it's a lot of crazy information, like fake stuff that come out on the news.
Yeah, I seen a lot of the fake shit. I seen motherfuckers like, oh, he only got $3,000. I'm like, and when I seen that, bro, I was like, why would they say some dumb shit like this? You understand what I'm saying? Like, but hey, everybody ran with it, and I seen Game. He was running with it. He was like, yeah, I roll up his money in stripper ones. I went and got all the stripper ones. I'm gonna throw it at him. I'm like, why is he doing that, knowing damn well he got to give me $300,000? But I was just like, I just took it for what it was. Like, I guess, cuz, whatever. Cuz I'm not gonna say shit. Cuz I'm gonna just get the chip. Cuz I ain't got time. Let me get the chip first. You feel what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I got the chip. Cuz chipped me all the way out. He finally, you know what I'm saying? We tell him, nigga, I got the chip now. You know what I'm saying? You want liens on your houses and all that shit? Okay, yeah, we got the chip now. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Now what, nigga? You know what I'm saying? You see, he don't say nothing. You feel me?
Right.
Niggas wanted me to sign some type of clause saying I can't tell nobody that he gotta pay me what he gotta pay me and shit like. Nigga, I'm not finna sign none of that, bruh. You cheap nigga, I ain't sign none of that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I be tempted to put out the recording of these niggas, man. We're whacking all these niggas where they talking about the nigga broke and he ain't got no money to pay that motherfucking mortgage on that crib. You understand what I'm saying? I'm tempted to put that out. I'm tempted to show this motherfucking paperwork with this nigga's signature on this motherfucking money. You feel me? Now, you know what I'm saying? It's just sometimes I just be like, yeah, just let it. Who cares about this shit? Let shit go. Fuck it.
Let it go.
Yeah, like fuck it. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? When I catch you niggas, I'm gonna just fuck you up, beat you up on sight, cuz. That shit, cuz. You know what I'm saying? We gonna just wipe that down like that, cuz. You know what I'm saying? You run that cyborg shit around me. Act like you a cyborg blood around me. Them niggas don't do that shit around me, cuz. I come from active gangbanging, bro. I ain't doing all that weird shit them niggas doing, man. I ain't never had to fake no fight, cuz, and fake no jumping no nigga and all that weird shit, my nigga. That was all new to me. You understand what I'm saying? And as far as entertainment-wise, I had to really adjust and try to deal with it like, wait, hold on, Fody, like, this is a trap. You feel me? And niggas was trying to trap me, bruh. And that's just what niggas doing now. Niggas, they trying to trap real niggas. They try to trap street niggas in this shit. That's why with this shit, you got to learn to mingle the street. You got to know when to be street and when not to be. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's a trap for you. They got a new way to trap you now with this shit. At first, nigga, you can run, niggas know the code, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? What it is. Now it's different, bruh. It's way different. You know what I'm saying? Niggas use the internet to dry snitch. Niggas use the internet to tell on you now. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to watch that shit, bruh. When I got shot, my nigga, the cops came in, knew every goddamn thing, my nigga. Every goddamn thing, bruh.
They laid it all out.
Man, they laid it all. That nigga walked in that motherfucker. I was in that hospital bed, man. That motherfucker said, "What's up, Fody?" He said, "Why Wooty Wop Wham shot you?" I said, "What?" I was like, "Man, what you talking about, man?" You know what I'm saying? He like, "Come on, man." He said, "Man, I got the tape and mine ain't doctored up like the games." That was his exact words, bro. I looked down, I said, "Man, what the fuck, man? What the fuck is you talking about? I don't want to hear that shit, man." He was like, "Come on, man, just tell me." He was like, "Come on, man, you think whacking game has something to do with it?" He's like, "Everybody know what's up, man. Come on, talk to me." I said, "Man, I ain't got nothing to say to you, bro." He was like, "Come on, man. Whoopty Whoop shot you. He had on the blue do whoop whoop. He had on this. He had on that whoop whoop." And he was like, "And you gonna let him walk?" I was like, "Man, what you talking, man? I don't want to hear about it. Ain't nobody. I don't know shot me, man. I don't know what you talking about." He's like, "I knew you was gonna say that. You do me this favor." He pulled out a little portable DVD player, my nigga, and he put the motherfucker on my little hospital bed table, and then he put on the DVD and was trying to put it on. I was like, I shut it like, "Bro, I ain't trying to watch all that shit, man. Come on, man." He was like, "All right, I know you was gonna do that too." And then he said, "Well, do me a favor, take a look at these." And he put still shots that was from the video. He had them printed out on as pictures. You know what I'm saying? And he tried to put them up there, and I pushed them off the table. And I was like, "Come on, man!" Then the nurse was like, "Yeah, you can't do this. You know what I'm saying? You doing too much. He just come out of coma, and he's under my care." And he's like, "All right, nah, it's cool." He's like, "Look, 40, we know you know Diddy. You know what I'm saying? We know you want to let him walk." He was like, "And we know you want to retaliate, but we letting you know when you do, we coming for you." And I'm like, man, I ain't trying to hear all that shit. And then the next day, my nigga, he walked out. He was pissed off. Next day, they came back again. And the nigga was like, he put out a paper. And he's like, "You're 40, this for you. Can you sign this?" I was like, "Man, I ain't signing that. What the fuck is that?" He was like, "It's a gang file." I was like, "Man, I ain't signing no mother. What the fuck you putting me on gang file like for?" He was like, "Oh, you don't want to cooperate with us. You want to help us, man. We woo. And it was somebody else in. So that's what all that shit. That's what, if you go back, this is what nobody paid attention to. If you go back and you look at colors, see, I watch movies and TV and shit, and I study shit, and I learned this from colors back in the day. When Hodges got the little Mexican kid, and the G Mexican went to Hodges, to the cop, and he was like, "Come on, man, don't put him on gang file. You gonna fuck up his life, man. Woo, don't." You know what I mean? It was real, because that was the real shit that they was doing. And I learned that. So when the police ask you, "Hey, nigga, where you from? You gang back?" Hell nah, no. You don't never tell them motherfuckers no bullshit like that. You feel me? So I learned as a kid. You feel me? And that's what they tried to. They hit me with it. They put me on gang file, and they put me on injunction, and they put me on banishment from my neighborhood. So what I had to do is, I spent about 60 racks, 60 racks on it, fighting it, and I lost though. But they lied. They presented all lies. They presented a fake gang card with a fake signature, my nigga, that wasn't mine. Then they also presented some fake tattoos, saying they was my tattoos, but they was some Code City Crip tattoos across my chest. So when we was in court, I was like, man, that's a lie too. And I opened my motherfucking shirt. Like, nigga, they made my fucking tats. You feel me? And I still lost the lawsuit though, man. The judge rolled with them. So, you know, the courts ain't for us, bruh. They not for us, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? We try to fight as much as we could. Good thing that right there was just it was done so weird, my nigga. It was an actual lawsuit where they sued me. You know what I'm saying? That's how an injunction is. It's basically, they put it in the form of a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? So, but the lawsuit is punishable with jail time and incarceration. So I got banished from my hood for life. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, this is unconstitutional. How can you ban somebody from something like of a city? You know what I'm saying? Like, they banned me from my hood, and it's certain streets. If I get caught on certain street, if I got on blue or anything else, that's an extra charge, an extra charge, and an extra charge. You know what I'm saying? So I'm banished from my neighborhood by law for life, and I also have an injunction. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, that's the whole thing, how a gang injunction worked. And back then, it was all in the tabloids when they was doing it to me. It was all on the news and the press. And I was telling people, I said, man, it starts like this with law, because I'm familiar with law. You feel me? It starts like this. That once they get it approval and get the way we're doing it to one person, they spread it to another person, the gang, another hood. And that's how, when you look at it now, all across LA, my nigga, everybody got hit with gang injunctions, my nigga. I was telling everybody about that shit. If you go back and Google, you'll see me telling everybody about that shit, trying to educate niggas on it way back in the day, my nigga. Niggas was falling upon deaf ears.
Right.
Word.
So do it make it worse for a rapper that's from out there when they, say for instance, if they haven't had any police interactions or whatever, and they get to rapping, can they use, when they rapping and talking about their neighborhoods and what they represent and all that stuff, can that automatically hurt them as well, where they can just put them on the file, or you have to sign that? Yeah, they
use that. It's used as evidence to use it for the gang file. They even in mind what I did. I congratulated my lawyer where he argued and he got that part thrown out, because they were saying that I would be in violation just throwing up a gang sign in my videos or showing anything in my videos. They wanted to charge me saying I'm doing it for my gang and hit me with charges for it, bruh. So after this is passed, once you get the lawsuit and it's passed, then the jail incarceration comes behind it. The way they structure that shit is so foul, my nigga. It's pathetic. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas got time off that shit, bruh. But I think now they doing something where they're getting rid of all that shit.
Yeah, cause that's crazy. I'm like, most rappers from wherever they are, they're going to represent their culture. Even if they're not a part of it, they may still talk about it, or maybe something in their videos that represent their culture. I'm like, how can you give a person time? That's a part of the entertainment, the artistry of it.
That's what I said, my nigga. It was crazy. You feel me? So my lawyer got that part thrown out though. But that's, in these gang injunctions, they slide all kind of shit in there. And if you don't go to the court, if you don't go to argue it, because they do it in a lawsuit form, if you don't show to argue, you automatically lose. You feel me? That's what people don't know. You automatically lose a lawsuit when you don't show up for the lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I went to argue mine, and it cost me a shitload of money, and I still lost, bro. That shit had me so hot, my nigga. I'm so bullish with my shit. When I'm convinced, like, nigga, you full of shit, and nigga, I'm going all the way, bro. You feel me? And I remember myself, I caught a gun charge that way, my nigga. I actually was my own lawyer and everything, my nigga. I got convicted, man. The motherfuckers found me guilty, bro. I was so mad, bro. I was arguing with the DA and everything, my nigga. And then he put me on the stand. When he put me on the stand, I had to go on the stand and he asked me some sort of question. I guess they said that my eye moved, because you get to talk to the jurors after a conviction, and that's what I learned from trial too. They was like, okay, now you can talk to the jury. I'm like, I can talk to him? I was like, yeah. So I was like, why y'all found me guilty? He was like, oh, because when he questioned you on the stand, you said that you didn't know what a pistol was in there, and then you said that your rear view mirror was broke, and he had you demonstrate you driving and the cops behind you, and your eyes drift over to the rear view mirror. I was like, man, that's how you don't fuck with no jurors, man. It's scary going to trial, because if that's what you found me guilty on, because you thought my eye strayed over to a motherfucking rear view, you being too technical. You Paul, what's that old school detective, Paul Mason, whatever the fuck that shit. You motherfucker, you would have just wrongfully convicted me, you son of a bitch. You feel me? So that's what they convicted me of that shit, man. I lost that shit. I was pissed off, but I still fought it. I took it all the way to trial. You know what I'm saying? But
the 3 strike law is still hella active out there, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. But I think they trying to do it with more leniency if it's not super violent crime. I'm not sure though. You know what I'm saying? The niggas in jail could tell you more on them type of laws than me.
Right.
Them niggas know every law. They like, this new law coming out. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
That's fucked up. That and more recently, and I know details may come out later, but as far as it was something that came out where it was saying you took a deal or something, or
oh yeah,
it was something about, I don't know, TMZ was one of the main ones for some reason. I don't know how they get this information, but
it was that was wicked. You know what I'm saying? I had to take a deal. This for this last charge I've been fighting for like 3 years, man. And it was so janky. It was racism. It was railroading. It was all that, bruh. And it was like, they didn't leave me with no option but to take a deal, bro, because first of all, I'm in some little farm town, and it's you know what I'm saying? I got all my motions denied. I could this is my choices. I had all my motions denied. I'm in a little farm town, and it's all white jurors, you know what I'm saying? And the DA was allowed to make up whatever fucking story they wanted, bruh. And they had no evidence. All they had was circumstantial evidence, and it was still allowed to be bounded over the trial. So that showed me right there that they know I'm in a racist little town in Timbuktu, and I'm facing all this goddamn time, like 30 years or some shit. They knew if they got me in front of jury, all they got to do is say, well, the law says if you even just think that he knew that a crime was going to be committed, then you find him guilty. And they would have found, that was my options, and they would have found me guilty, you feel me? And it was so fucked up because they charged me, the shit they charged me with, bruh, it was not possible. It didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? They falsely charged me, my nigga. They charged me with, trafficking a minor and pimping a minor and whoop, and then took the charges away. You know what I'm saying? After I got to court, like, how the fuck I'm trafficking a minor when the motherfucker was like 40 years old? You feel me? And then they was like, oh yeah, that was a mistake. I'm like, it wasn't no mistake, because when they had me in interrogation, they said some bullshit like that. So I knew you was already railroading me right there. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't tell them who I was when I got locked up. They found out in TMZ and all that shit found that shit out. You feel me? And some weird shit is when I took that deal in the middle of the night, my nigga. It was only me, the judge, my lawyers, and the clerk and the DA up in that courthouse. When we came out, the courthouse doors was locked. They had to unlock them and let us out. So the next morning, bruh, it's all over TMZ. So I know the DA must have been in cahoots with TMZ, bruh. You feel me? Because they and the way they railroaded me into that deal, bruh, it was like the girl that they said was that first the whole thing they tried to say I trafficked her. So they was trying to say she sold some pussy or woo. She never sold no pussy, bruh. Officer tricked her into going in there, my nigga. This nigga got butt, asshole, naked, and she told him nothing happened from the reports that we got. They lied, said they had audio and video of the shit. I said, well, give it to me. That's gonna prove my innocence. You motherfuckers lying. You know what they said? 8 months later, they went back, changed the report, bro. Was allowed to change the report and write, I've been told to come in and explain why we don't have the audio and video. It's like, what? And he was
so what happened to it?
This 8 months later, he said that they never had it. They never recorded it. They never recorded it. And even if they did, they would not give it over to the courts or some shit they wrote like that. You understand?
Like, how was that? Yeah. So from the outside looking in, I'm like, how is that possible if that's one of the things that they're trying to use against a person? Because them are serious type of allegations and charges.
Now you understand what I'm saying. And then the girl, the white girl, the one that they said they charged her with and they charged me. She took them to trial, bruh. They tried to get her to lie for them and do anything, my nigga, whatever they tried to do. She said no, she went to trial. She showed up for trial. They dismissed her case. You feel me? They still charged me with trafficking and whoop or whatever, bruh. So now I'm still being charged with this shit. Now I'm like, okay, I got a right to face my accuser. I get to court the first time for trial. They don't got their witness, my nigga. I'm like, okay, well, where's the girl? They still was allowed. The DA was like, well, we got a subpoena out for her, and she's gonna ship I have 3 days of trial worth of trial that I got to get my witness here and So then my lawyer fucked up. I fired him. Now I get a new lawyer. We going back to trial, my nigga. We get to trial. Still, no accuser. You know what the DA allowed to stand up in court and tells the court that, we're not gonna use our witness, Your Honor. We're just going to label our witness a hostile witness. Like, first of all, you lied and said that she was your witness. Now you lying and trying to say she's a hostile witness. You understand what I'm saying? And they was allowed to do this shit, bruh. How are you going to call her a hostile witness when she was never your witness in the first place? You understand what I'm saying? And you dropped her, and you dismissed her motherfucking charges.
Well, she's one of the main pieces to the whole thing, and they dismissed it. So how did they hold? What was the factors that they was holding it on you if they dismissed her charges?
Bruh, I still to this day I can't figure that out, my nigga. They said that I had to be. I guess I'm charged with trafficking, bruh. I didn't even drive the car there, bruh. I even said it to the judge when I took the deal, because he was like, he says back the charges, and then he says, do you admit that, you know what I'm saying, you transported this person? I'm like, bruh, I said, I never drove the car, man. I wasn't driving. I was riding passenger, bruh, and not even the passenger seat. I was asleep. You feel me, in the back seat of a car, bruh. But it's like it's just a whole slew of shit, my nigga. They charged me with so much shit and so much lies, my nigga, and it was just. And the officers was all allowed to lie on the stand, and nobody was. They wasn't impeaching them, and my lawyers was like, yeah, you definitely can win an appeal, but you might not win an appeal for like 4 or 5 years or some shit like that. And then get to Googling the officers that were involved, the crooked officers that were involved. I got some of their files. Nigga, they was so crooked, bro. I'm talking about stealing money out of evidence and stealing evidence and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But the DA was arguing that I wouldn't be able to reveal all their personnel files. And these personnel files I have right there was even older personnel files. You understand what I'm saying? So
Right.
it was like it's too crooked. I was like, they gonna get in front of a jury and they know a jury just gonna convict me on my skin, my nigga. And for me to fight that, I would have got wrongfully convicted. I would have sat in there probably 3 to 4 years. You know, we Googled the officers and, you know, they looked at their Facebooks. I hired private investigators, whatever. They found all that out. And one of the officers is cool with one of the appellate court judges on Facebook. They follow each other. Now, this is an appellate judge that my case is probably, if I got wrongfully convicted, they would have went through that judge's hands. You feel me? And then what that judge was going to do, and he's friends with this officer that got asshole naked up in here. You understand what I'm saying? And lied about it. So, you know what I mean? It's a big thing, man. The girl, she told him that she wasn't coming over there for anything sexual and didn't want to do anything sexual, and they still had her come there. Then he got her there, and when she came in the house, he just dropped all his clothes off, my nigga. You feel me? So what kind of weird shit is going on? That's what I'm like, what's going on?
Is that even legal?
Man, that's what I thought, bruh. How is any of this legal, bruh? They was like, I don't know what's legal and what's not illegal out there, bruh. So I'm just like, man, I had to do what was best, my nigga. I'm kicking myself in the ass because I really don't want to take that shit. And I don't want I ain't no fucking trafficker, no human trafficker. I ain't no fucking pimp. You feel me? Like, come on, right, man. Especially with this motherfucking petty ass cash. Like, man, y'all got me confused, bruh. I ain't get $1. I don't make $1 from none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you want to accuse me for knowing people or being in the wrong place at the wrong time, cool. You feel me? But nigga, all that extra shit they charge me with, and for the courts to let them pursue that, bruh, was just, it was bold, bruh. And I was just tripping out. Everybody was watching this shit and nobody was saying nothing. I'm like contacting NAACP, all that, bruh. These motherfuckers won't hit me back or nothing. So I'm just like, man, I'm gonna just take the deal. Fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's too much stress, too much pressure. You know, I got too much going on. They get me in front of this all white jury. Yeah, it's not amongst my peers or nothing like that. And I filed motions for that, and them got denied too. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's just like, you know what I'm saying? And even right now, I feel like I sabotaged myself because when I took the deal, they gave me to February to get sentenced. You know what I'm saying? So now I don't get sentenced till February. Now I feel like when the DA, she took my private information and ran to TMZ with it and put it all over blogs and all that shit. I just feel like now you trying to influence the judge to read comments and be all on the internet to judge me and sentence me to more time. You feel me? Like, this shit is weird, bro. You feel me? And I took a deal for like 4 months to a year, which ain't shit. You feel me? But 4 months to a year, you know what I mean? Is he can give me anywhere from that. You feel me? So I just feel like they did that to try to influence the judge to give me the maximum amount of time. You feel me? So,
and once you take that deal, is there, you still have any options after that, or you sign off to the rest of the options to be able to appeal or to do anything else to still try to fight it? I
think I could have swore I heard him say something that I waived my right to appeal by taking the deal. No appeal or nothing. And it shouldn't matter because I should be able to appeal some shit where you put me in a courtroom falsely anyway. You understand what I'm saying? So like you saying that I did a murder, right? And you tell me to take the deal for the murder. And I take a deal and I waive my appeals or whatever for the murder. But the person comes in and says, hey, I killed him, and here's the proof I killed him, and da-da-da-da-da. So you telling me I can't, what happens to me? You understand what I'm saying? If the real person came in here and sat there and told you, and the real person told them, from my situation, told him he didn't traffic me, he didn't do shit, he ain't know nothing about the shit, ain't got shit to do with the shit. You feel me? Told them that, bruh. That person told them that consistently, and they still charge me with that, bruh.
Like I always wonder when TMZ run these type of articles on artists, celebrities, or whatever, do they ever reach out to you guys for your side, or they just put it out there and that's it? I
mean, TMZ have reached out to me, but I know they know I don't fuck with them when like that. Like I used to like Harvey, I still like Harvey, but he ain't did shit to me. But all his little his little employees up in there, like that fat black bitch Raquel. I don't like that bitch. You know what I'm saying? That bitch is grimy toward me, and you know, like she ran with gang them camp. She dick sucked gang them camp, and she always did try to do fucked up stories on me. You understand what I'm saying? And always try to put me in a negative light. You know what I'm saying? So I don't fuck with that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And they know that. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole hidden world behind this music shit, my nigga, that nobody don't see. You feel me? They don't know about. And they just think that it's all like, you know what I'm saying? Like Shade Room, you know what I'm saying? They know game and shit like that. They you know what I mean? They know these artists personally, or they be groupies for them. You understand what I'm saying? So they gonna try to always give them a good look and try to make their rivals look bad. You understand what I'm saying? It's a whole thing with the shit, my nigga. It's all manipulation, bro. It's just with the internet, you know what I'm saying? You got to pick and choose. That's all.